Now, we all have finished till question number 16. We are going to be doing now question number 17. There was only one person who sent me the answer of question number 17 when she tried it and she got it absolutely correct. Okay. So, let us start. You all had to be trying it and send me the answer on Telegram. Then, what was the answer? What was the answer?
35,000.
No, that is not correct. Some other answer? Cartoons. Let's start. Question number 17. Global transport charges 90 per ton. It's not 90 per ton kilometer. It's 90 per ton. For its 6 tons truck lorry load from city A to B. The charges for the return journey are 84 per ton. Okay. Charges means charges to the customer. So they charge the customer. No, that's wrong. That is a profit, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's correct. How much is number of ton kilometers? I asked for that particular thing. I didn't ask for profit. How much is number of ton kilometers? Now later on you tell me, I don't have time. Listen. Now, the charges for the return journey are 84 per ton. So therefore, if this company will be taking the goods from A to B, they will be charging 90 per ton, not 90 per ton kilometer. While getting them back from B to A, they will be charging 84 per ton. No concession or reduction in these rates is made for delivery of goods at intermediate station C. Okay. Now, this line is too important for me. Okay. In this case, those guys tell that if suppose the customer will tell that drop the goods at C, we shall be doing that. But then there will be no concession for such kind of thing. So therefore, ultimately we will be charging 90 per ton and 84 per ton. Is this line understood?
Yes.
So if suppose the customer will be saying that drop the goods in middle at C only, I'll be saying I'll be happy to be doing that. But don't ask for discount, please. Further. In Jan, truck made 12 outward journeys for city B along with full load, out of which 2 tons were unloaded twice in the way of city C. So in Jan, truck made 12 outward journeys. Outward journeys means A to B. Okay. With full load. Tell me, full load means how many tons?
6 tons.
6 tons. Out of which 2 tons were unloaded twice in the way of city C. So out of 12 times, 2 tons we dropped at city C. Okay. Now, just tell me once more, what is the capacity of the truck? 6 tons. Now see, truck did something illegal. The truck carried a load of 8 tons in its return journey for 5 times. Obviously, you might have seen such kind of things like, on roads also, truck is small, okay, but it is over full to such an extent, no, if you pass next to it, you feel that truck will fall on you only. You all have encountered such things on our roads?
Yes.
Okay, so it was like this only. These are the perfect cases, okay. And you all will understand the efficiency of our traffic police also. See, the truck carried a load of 8 tons in his return journey for 5 times. But was once caught by police and 1200 rupees was paid as fine. So out of 5 times that it came back, it was carrying 8 tons. But it was caught by police only how many times? 1 time. Perfect. Okay. An Indian question to the core actually. Further. For the remaining trips, the truck carried full load, out of which all the goods on load were unloaded once at CTC. The distance from, I'll require this properly. The distance from A to C and city B are 140 kilometers and 300 kilometers respectively. Okay. Annual. Underline the word annual. Fixed cost and maintenance charges are 60,000 and rupees, 60,000 and rupees 12,000 respectively. Running charges means your variable cost spent during Jan are 2944. You are required to find out the cost per absolute ton kilometer and profits for the month of Jan. Beta, absolute ton kilometer means your ton kilometers only. Okay, your normal ton kilometers that you have computed for me in the last 3 or 4 questions, no, are all absolute ton kilometers only. There is something else called as commercial ton kilometers, but that I'll tell you all in the next question, not in this particular question. Okay, so let's start to be doing it. It's question number 17. See, under the first part, you got to be finding out cost per absolute ton kilometer. Okay. Cost per absolute ton kilometer means cost per ton kilometer. So, cost per ton kilometer in this particular case, Let's try to find out number of ton kilometers. Okay, once you all do that, then in that particular case, we'll try to find out cost per ton kilometer. Okay, so you all write down please. Calculation of number of ton kilometers. For tons, no, use this word please, this spelling. Calculation of number of ton kilometers for Jan. Number of ton kilometers for Jan. Okay. So let's start. Now, somewhere in the terrace of your notebook, no, terrace you all understand above those pink lines. Okay. So you make this particular thing. Truck is going from A to B. In middle C comes. Write down A, C, B. Further. Tell me, what is the distance from A to C, beta? 140. So write down over here 140. What is the distance from A to B? 300. So I guess you can write over here 160 kilometers. Now listen. You all had given the heading as a calculation of number of ton kilometers for the month of Jan. We are trying to find out that. Now see. Truck had made 12 outward journeys for city B, means obviously from A to B, with full load, out of which 2 tons were unloaded twice in the way of city C. So do one thing, wherever you have given that heading, on the next line you all write down 12 outward journeys. Leave 5 lines. Obviously, if truck will be going 12 times from A to B, it will be returning also 12 times. So therefore, 12 return journeys. Now, I'm only doing one. All others, I will expect that you all are going to be doing that for me. Listen. Tell me, how many times truck had gone from A to B? That's 12. But out of that, some things had happened strange. How many times? I'm talking of A to B only.
5 times.
2 times, no? No. I'm only calling from A to B. I'm not calling for the return. I guess that 5 times that you're talking of is the return journeys. Okay. Tell me, out of A to B, how many times something different had happened?
2 times.
2 times. Can you say that means 10 trips out of 12 were normal, where we were traveling from A to B and we were carrying full load, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I am only going to be writing one of them just to give you all an idea. What is number of ton kilometers? Sir, it's number of tons into number of kilometers. Tell me, what happened normally in those particular things? Tell me, those trips were how many out of 12? The normal trips? 10. Because 2 times something strange had happened. Okay. Tell me, in these 10 trips, we were carrying how many tons for how many kilometers? 6 tons for how many kilometers? 300 kilometers. This will be your first answer, 18,000. Okay. Now, those people who have got the correct answer, who have told me, okay, you all don't speak anything. All other people try to be doing this thing. I've started the thing, so therefore there is no problem for you all how much to be writing. Okay. So, how it is to be written. So, now once you all have got an idea, try to be doing that particular thing. Please do it. Don't give the answer before the end of 4 minutes. Mostly it will be wrong. 4 minutes should be enough time for you all to be telling me the answer. Anybody who gave the answer before 4 minutes, in any case, will be wrong only. Now, if you all want, you all can give the answer. Now, let's start to be doing this particular part. Listen. Out of 12 times that it was going from A to B, we have dealt with how many times? 10 times. So, can we say we still got to be looking forward for 2 times, no? For sure?
Yes, sir.
Now, in those 2 times, can we say truck went from A to C 2 times? Tell me with how much load, beta? 6 tons. Okay. But can we say out of 6 tons, it dropped 2 tons at city C only, no? So therefore, further in this particular case, like, I think it went with 4 tons, no?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be splitting up this thing into 2 separate parts. One is from A to C, what happened, and one is from C to B, what happened. Is that all okay?
Yes.
So tell me the story of A to C 2 times. What into what into what? Tell me.
Sir, 2 into
2 into, you speak in the same wordings, no? 2 into 6 tons into 140 kilometers. Write down. Tell me what happened from C to B, beta. 2 into 4 into 160. Okay, please do that. Do one total over here in case you wish. Not much required actually. Nahi beta, we are counting A to C separately, C to B to separately, no? A to C, automatically those 6 tons which include those 4 tons are also covered, no? That's okay, your total will remain same only, okay? Okay, now this is it. Whatever happened 12 times when we were going. Now let's try to talk of returns. Can you say in return 5 times we all can do whatever we all want, but together it'll be 5 into, tell me, 5 into 8 into 300. Get this answer, put it over here. Then now see, for the remaining trips, can we say remaining means remaining 7, no? Correct, no? For the remaining 7 trips, the truck carried full load. Full load will mean 6 tons or 8 tons? 6 tons. Out of which all the goods on load were unloaded once at city C. So can I say that when we were going from B to A, 5 times we all have dealt with. Now 7 times remain. Out of those 7 times, 1 time something unusual happened. Okay, let's talk of that in a separate manner. Can you say 6 times it was a normal thing, no? So let's try to talk of those 6 times. You all tell me what into what into what? 6 into 6 trips into 6 tons into 300 kilometers.
Sir, 160 nahi aayega. So we are going to B to C.
Beta, we are going from B to A, sir.
Loading is on C.
Beta, we are going, these are all the datas from B to A na beta. And they are saying in middle there was one occasion where we had dropped the goods entirely at city C.
Sir, return trip mein unloading is on C.
Where it is told that?
Sir, of which all the goods on the load were unloaded once at the city C.
So unloaded once, no, only one time it happened like this.
Sorry, sir.
Further, now, can we say now out of 12 trips, we have spoken of how many trips till now? 11. And can we say in that last trip, we were coming from B to A and all the goods we unloaded at city C, no? Okay, so therefore the goods we dropped over here. Can you say from C to A, truck must be coming empty, no? Okay, so I guess we only need to be counting from B to C. From C to A, in any case, ton kilometers will be 0. Is that okay? Okay, so you tell me from B to C will be what into what into what? Tell me.
106 tons into 160 kilometers.
Into 160 kilometers. Do this. Get 1 plus 2. 44, 720 should be the answer. Everybody please compute it and tell me whether this number is perfect or not. Done, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue. Now see, what is the required part? You only get marks for the required part. Let me be very clear. No matter whatever you do, in case you do not answer the required part. Please do not expect, sir, I answered this. No, can you give me 1 mark? Okay. You are not going to the institute to negotiate with them. Okay. You are going to get your marks provided you answer what those guys say. So those guys are not even asked whatever you all have answered till now. But what those guys are asked? You are required to find out cost per absolute ton kilometer for the month of Jan. So we have got ton kilometers. Let's start to be computing cost per absolute ton kilometer. For that, I guess we can start to be making operating cost statement for a month only. Yaar. You all write down please operating cost statement for 1 month. Now see. Now let's try to have all our cost over here. Write down fixed cost. Now fixed costs are directly given to you. I don't need to be doing much here. So therefore this will be 60,000 divided by 12. That is nothing but 5,000. Second, you have your running cost. Running cost in this particular case, running cost means your variable cost here. For the month of Jan, there is 2944. So therefore 2944 is directly for Jan. Third in this particular case is semi-variable cost. That is nothing but your maintenance cost. So maintenance cost in this particular case is 12,000 I guess is annual, no? 12,000 is annual beta. So 12,000 divided by 12 in this particular case will be 1,000. Acha. Somebody might always be thinking, sir, there is one other cost that we all have not written till now. Tell me which particular cost I have not written till now? Penalty. Now, I am not writing it for some reason that ICA says. I'll tell you that particular reason in just a file, but then you all total it up now. This is 8944 divided by number of ton kilometers. So, this is 44,720, 0.2. This is cost per ton kilometer. Now see. Now first part is all done. Now profit for the month of Jan. But before that I'll answer that question. Sir, 1200 rupees of penalty was also incurred, no? Now ICA's argument for not writing it, no? They all say that fine paid to police is a loss and not a cost. And hence we are not including it in the definition of cost. You all understood what did I say? Those guys saying that it is not a cost. Okay, cost is something that you incur and loss is something that you lose. So therefore it's a loss. So therefore we'll not include it as part of the cost. See, all these things are okay for writing here. In fact, if I did not have the answer of the institute, no, I will definitely include it only. I'll have two arguments. First, tell me why was that 1200 rupees paid as fine? Because we were carrying 8 tons, no? Tell me in 44,720, have you written those 8 tons also, yes or no? Yes, no. So I can try to be thinking that 1200 rupees is also a cost for these extra ton kilometers, no? So in fact, if I did not have the answer of the institute, I will definitely include 1200 rupees over here only. Let it be fine here. Okay. You can try to be thinking fine is nothing but cost for those extra ton kilometers. That is my one argument. The second argument I always try to be thinking, beta, loss is also some kind of cost, no? Suppose I was teaching you all, my laptop suddenly burst. Okay. Some people can be saying, sir, loss ho gaya, loss ho gaya. Okay. Some people can be saying, sir, your cost increase, no? That is a way of saying, no, those particular things. So there is nothing hard and fast rule here. Okay, I have not included because those guys have not included. But in case you all want, you all can include it also. It's not a crime or something. Okay, but I am giving you that particular note that ICA writes in their books. Okay, so you all can write down. Fine paid to police is a loss. Fine paid to police is a loss and not a cost. And therefore it is excluded. Therefore, it is excluded from. It is excluded from the cost above. Full stop. Alternately, it can be considered as a cost also. Alternately, it can be considered as a cost also. Now, this particular part is altogether done. Okay, we have written that note also that I say is given, although I have given one thing extra. Alternately, it can be considered as a cost also. That's fine. Now see, but then there were two tasks. Which two tasks? You have to calculate cost per ton kilometer, we did that, and profit for the month of Jan. So let's start to be calculating the profit for the month of Jan. So write down calculation of profit for Jan. Obviously, profit will mean revenue for Jan. Leave 7 lines. Less cost for Jan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now see, one sec. Beta cost, no, you have already computed over here, yeah. There is 8944. You all can write down directly 8944. But now one other thing. Listen. Now, cost in this case is 8944. Now you all will understand. My job in this particular part is to be finding out profit. Can we say while calculating profit, one thing that you will have to deduct now for sure because you did not consider it in cost. That will be what? Penalty, no? If I would have included it over there, I will not talk of that particular thing right now. But there we all excluded, no? So therefore write down penalty 1200. Now, everybody will do one thing, write down. In revenue, you all write down 12 outward journeys. Leave 2 lines, write down 12 return journeys. Now, your task after this, I'm giving everybody 4 minutes, no, 5 minutes, 4 minutes only. Read these particular first 3 or 4 lines. Once you all read these first 3 or 4 lines, no, after that, try to be computing the revenue for the month of Jan. Do remember, we charge 90 per ton, not 90 per ton kilometer. Your 4 minutes start right now. Almost all answers are correct only. I'll rather start only now. That'll be better. Now see, in this case, no, let's try to talk of those 12 times when we were going from A to B. Can you say whenever we are going to be going from A to B in this particular case, listen very carefully. Out of that 2 times we drop the goods in middle, but that thing will not make a difference for the purpose of revenue, no?
Yes.
Okay, so therefore you can count all the 12 times. So together only are. So therefore it was 12 trips. We are charging in this case rupees 90, I guess. Tell me how many tons we were carrying from A to B? 6 tons. Out of that 2 times we drop the goods twice in a way of CTC, but that in any case should not hamper us here at all. Okay, so that's done. Further. So all the 12 outward journeys are done. Now return times. Can you say return? We'll have to talk of those 5 trips separately, because that time we were carrying 8 tons, no? So therefore this will be 5 trips into rupees 84 into 8 tons. Okay. Now can you say remaining left us 7? Out of those 7, one time something strange happened. But can we say that strange in this particular case was that we dropped the goods in station C? But that does not affect our revenue, no at all. Okay, so therefore you tell me what into what into what?
7 into 16.
7 into rupees 90 into, sorry, rupees 84 into how many tons beta?
6 tons.
6 tons. So first, second, third. 3224, no? Those people who all have finished it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Listen. This is altogether done. Now see, last question of all the types that we all have done so far, and this is just a question because it was there in the modules. I just thought I'll tell you all, although in real life it is of no use, and I say I don't think so it's going to be asking much, okay, but it'll hardly take a minute for us to be doing, so let's start to be doing that. A truck starts with a load of 10 tons of goods from station P. It unloads 4 tons at station Q and the rest of the goods at station R, okay. It reaches back directly to station P after getting reloaded with 8 tons of goods at station R. Okay, the distances between P to Q, Q to R, and then R to P is 40 kilometers, 60 kilometers, and then it is 80 kilometers. Logically, somebody can be thinking, sir, but then in this case, R to P should be 40 plus 60, so 100 kilometers, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but there might be a shorter route. What else to think? Okay, further. Compute absolute ton kilometers, also simply called as ton kilometers, and commercial ton kilometers. Okay, so let's start to be doing this particular part. Okay, let's start to be doing absolute ton kilometers first. But before that, now we are going to be making a diagram out of it. So write down please. It starts with station P over here. It goes till Q. Okay, now everybody will understand. I'm not going to be making R over here. I'll rather make R like this. Did you all understand why?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you did not, you'll get the answer right now. So therefore, P to Q is 40 kilometers. Just wait everybody. Further, Q to R, it's going to be 60 kilometers. Okay. And then from R to P, it is a distance of how much? 80 kilometers. You all understood why did I make that in a triangle form? Okay, so therefore there might be a direct route, no, from R to P. That is nothing but 80 kilometers. Okay. Now tell me, you all see this particular question and tell me, from P to Q, how much weight was it carrying, beta? 10 tons. So therefore I am writing 10 tons over here. Then from Q to R, it was carrying how much?
6 tons.
6 tons. And I think all these 6 tons, it unloaded at R only, it is given to you. And rest of the goods at station R. And then from R, no, I think it got reloaded with 8 tons. And that particular thing was for, in this case, station P only, no, as such. So therefore, in this case, I guess over here, it was 8 tons. Okay. Now, everybody can tell me without even wasting half a second also. Tell me, if I'll have to compute number of absolute ton kilometers, can we say answer will be this into this plus this into this plus this into this? Speak this. 10 into 40 plus 60 into 6 plus 80 into 8. Is that all okay?
Yes.
That is how we all compute in the last question. Yeah, that was 100 times more tougher as compared to this. You all make this and start to be writing. I'll only write down. So absolute ton kilometers is equal to, it'll be 10 tons into 40 kilometers plus 6 tons into 60 kilometers plus 8 tons into 80 kilometers. 400 plus 360 plus 640 is equal to 1400 ton kilometers. Then what do you mean by commercial ton kilometers? Now commercial ton kilometers, this is a term that is coined by the institute itself. ये real life के अंदर भी ज़्यादा use नहीं होता है. So that's why I've printed the things below. Just remember this and implement. It's a very easy thing. Average load into total distance. So right now, average load into total distance. Acha, listen. Now average load कैसे मिलेगा? Now how you are going to be getting average load? So average load in this particular case, see, first it was 10 tons, then it became 6 tons, then it became 8 tons. We want average. So average will be nothing but 10 plus 6 plus 8. There are 3 observations. So divide by 3 into the total distance. You tell me, what is the total distance over here? 180 kilometers. That is this plus this plus this. So therefore into 180 kilometers. So you all can just compute this. I guess this will become 8 into 180. So therefore this will become 1440 ton kilometers. Now if they ever ask, we are just trying to be doing that for a precautionary purpose and nothing else. Okay, so this is all done. So our ton kilometers questions are all together done. So question number 18 is all together over. 19th I've kept for homework. So in this case you got to be leaving 2 sides for it. So please leave 2 sides. Let's start it off with question number 20. Now see, this is asking you all, have you ever traveled in a school bus? School bus, not normal bus, but a school bus. Okay, in a school bus, just let me know, everybody, okay, that does a conductor come every day and ask you for a ticket? No. So there, I think the system is that you pay fees per month or fees per quarter or fees per year, no? Correct, no? This is a school bus question. So just be careful. Okay, question number 20. SMC is a public school having underlined 5 buses, each plying in different directions for transport of its school students. Okay. In the view of large number of students availing the bus service, the buses work 2 shifts daily, both in the morning and the afternoon. This line please underline, the buses are garaged in the school. Fine. The workload of the students have been so arranged that in the morning, first trip picks up the senior students and an hour later, second trip picks up the junior students. Okay. Similarly, in the afternoon, the first trip drops the junior students and an hour later, the second trip takes the senior students home. Okay. The distance traveled by each bus one way is 8 kilometers. Okay. The school works for 25 days in a month and remains closed for vacations in May, June and December. Fine. Bus fees, however, is payable for all the 12 months in a year. Now, this part as such is very simple. Don't get confused by it. But you all do one thing. Read the question once from here till here. Okay. And what I'm saying, try to be getting that answer. Get me the number of kilometers. Get me number of kilometers for one bus for 1 year. I want number of kilometers for one bus for 1 year. Try to get me that first, please. I'm giving you, say, 2 minutes. Read properly. Read properly. Think of number of trips in a day. Correct. Now see, time over. Correct. Listen. See, It is something like this. The school is over here. School is over here. Okay. Maximum distance of any student from the school is 8 kilometers. Okay, is 8 kilometers. So this is the, like, you know, the farthest of home for any student. In the morning, first of all, one bus will go. Actually, 5 buses will go, but I am trying to speak about one single bus. A bus will be going 8 kilometers. It'll pick up the senior students, it'll come back. An hour later, it will again go pick up the junior students, come back. This is in the morning. So then in the evening, buses go, drop the junior students, come back. Again, they will be dropping the senior students and then they'll be coming back. Can we say for one day, there will be 8 single trips? This is one single trip. So can you say there will be 8 single trips, beta? 8 single trips of 8 kilometers, or you can be saying in this particular case 4 round trips of 16 kilometers. Is that okay? Okay, fine. So in this case, no, you all can write down, this is working note number 1, number of kilometers, per year. Later on, no, when I will start to be making the statement, you all will start to realize we'll have to make the statement for 1 year because it is given to you, okay, that you make the statement for a year. So in any case, I'll want number of kilometers for a year only, okay. So therefore, over here I'm writing distance one way, this is 8 into number of single trips per day, that is 8. That is what we counted, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore, this will give you kilometers per day. This is 64. I guess likewise, there will be 25 days in a month. So into number of days per month. So therefore, this will be 9 into number of months per year. I guess the school remains closed for 3 months. So it remains working. Sorry, number of days in a month is, sorry, 25. And number of months in a year that it remains open is going to be 9 over here. 14,400 kilometers. So one bus will be traveling for 14,400 kilometers in 1 year. You can write down per bus over here. That will be far better in working note 1. Now see, this is it, your working note number 1. Other things we will see. Listen. Bus fees, however, is payable for all the 12 months in a year. Now somebody can be saying, sir, school, they have become thieves, sir. They are charging for all the 12 months in a year. Later on, you will start to realize it is okay. It doesn't make any difference whether they will charge you for 9 months or whether they will charge you for 12 months. If they will charge you for 9 months, they will charge you more per month. If they charge you for 12 months, then they will be charging lesser per month. So it is all okay. You will start to realize that in some time. Further, the details of the expenses are as follows. Driver's salary 450 per month per driver. Cleaner salary 350 per month. Salary payable for all the 12 months. This is also salary. This is also salary. Okay. One cleaner is employed for all the 5 buses. There is only one cleaner for all the 5 buses. Do remember that company has 5 buses. We have 5 buses. Okay. It was given to you right in the first line over here. The school has 5 buses. If the school have 5 buses, then in this case, there is only one cleaner for all the 5 buses. One thing. Driver's salary, I guess, will be a fixed cost. Cleaner salary, I guess, will be a fixed cost. Okay, license fees, taxes, etc. 860 per bus per annum. I guess that is going to be a fixed cost. Insurance, 1000 per bus per annum. I think that is going to be a fixed cost. Repairs and maintenance, that will be correct, semi-variable cost. Purchase price of the bus, 1,50,000. Life is 12 years. So I guess this will be useful for depreciation. Scrap value, 30,000. Diesel cost 2 per liter. Okay. So this and this information will help you to be getting that depreciation. Diesel cost obviously will become variable cost. Each bus gives an average mileage of 50 kilometers per liter of diesel. Seating capacity of the bus, please underline, is 50 students. So therefore, there are 50 students in one bus. Okay, further. The seating capacity is fully occupied during the whole year. So seating capacity is fully occupied. Okay, fully occupied. Further. Now this is important for me. Students picked up and dropped within a range up to 4 kilometers of distance from the school are charged half fare. And 50% of the students traveling in each trip are in this category. In each trip means seniors trip, juniors trip. Okay. They are saying that there is no discrimination based upon whether you're junior or whether you're senior. No, we don't discriminate based upon whether you're junior or senior. But we discriminate you based upon if you're up to 4 kilometers from the school, no, then in that case we'll charge you half fare. And 50% of the students are of this type. Okay, since the charges, now this line is super important, since the charges are to be based on average cost. Since the charges are to be based on average cost means school does not want to charge profit on this bus service. So charges will be based on cost. Charges will be based on cost. You are required to prepare a statement of expenses of operating a single bus and fleet of 5 buses for a year. So you got to be making a statement of expenses for a year for 1 bus and for fleet of 5 buses. Okay, then work out, just a sec. Work out the average cost per student. Something is happening. So just a sec. So work out the average cost per student per month. Now cost will also mean charges because we are not going to be having any profit margin. So average cost will also mean average fees because our profit margin is going to be 0. Whatever cost is going to be incurred by us, we'll charge that only to the student. Students coming from a distance of up to 4 kilometers, students coming from a distance of beyond 4 kilometers. Part C, we will see that at a later on stage. Not much interested for right now. Can we say in part B, part 1 answer will be half of part 2, no? Because we charge those particular guys half as compared to the other people. Okay, now see. One thing I've already done for you all. I've already made a statement of operating cost. Okay. I've already done that because just I wanted to do the question slightly faster. In that I've categorized all the expenses also. Okay. Listen. Now in this case, no, you all do one thing. I'll show you all that statement first. Must be somewhere below, I think. Yeah. So this statement is there. Fixed cost, you have driver salary, then the cleaner salary, then license fees, insurance, depreciation. Okay. In variable cost, you have your diesel cost. Semi-variable, you have repairs and maintenance cost. Okay. Total cost 1 plus 2 plus 3. Something will be there beyond that also, but that we all will be seeing. Okay. Now what I want you all to do, by pencilonia, please, by pencilonia. I trust you all more than my life also. Listen. So you are going to be filling up the details for 1 bus. You are going to be filling up the details for 1 bus. Now, in this case, no, listen. For 1 bus, you try to fill up all the details. Then we will verify that. Once we verify, then in that case, we'll start to be completing it. Okay. So you all give the heading. This is part A of the question. Write down part A. Write down operating cost statement. Write down operating cost statement for operating cost statement for one year. Operating cost statement for 1 year. Okay, you copy down this first, then I'll give you your time to be finishing it off. Wherever I've kept a line, please you leave a line over there. It will be mostly useful for writing the calculations. Operating cost statement for 1 year. 1 bus, 5 buses. So particulars, 1 bus, 5 buses. Written driver salary and cleaner salary. Just write down the words first, then start to be computing once I give you all the time. I guess this will be enough for me now. Okay. I give you 6 minutes, complete it, and then we will see the further things. I only tell you to compute the things for, I've only told you to compute the figures for one bus, only for one bus, not for the 5 buses column. That will complete later on. It's easy, but I want to be doing that with you. I don't think so it was that tough. In any case, you have got 2.5 minutes. Finish it off. Wrong. No, that's wrong. As per me, I think mostly your variable cost will be wrong. But, sorry, your cleaner's salary will be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. We'll just wait, I guess. But you'll have to finish it off by yourself to the extent you all can. Except cleaner salary, I think everything should be correct. The cleaner salary will become a problem. There is one cleaner for 5 buses, so you might be thinking what is to be done. 450 per month. You are trying. What heading did you give? Operating cost statement for 1 year. So 450 into 12, no? Because some says that we have to be paying the salary for all the 12 months. So therefore into 12. Okay, 4. We are talking of driver salary bit. I am writing on the next line to show the calculations. Okay. So 450 into 12. Okay. I guess that's it, no? So this will be coming to how much? 5,400. Can you say for 5 buses, just multiply by 5, no? Because obviously there will be 5 drivers in that. Okay, that comes to 27,000. Further, cleaner salary, 350 per month. Okay, 350 per month into 12. Tell me one thing. If there is one bus, how many cleaner there will be? 1. But you never had to think that ever. These two are not two situations. Should I buy one bus or should I buy 5 buses? Should I buy one very big bus or should I buy 5 small buses? It's not like that. The question is not like that, beta. Okay. Question is that we already have 5 buses. It is given to you in the question. The first line of the question tells you that particular thing. Yeah, we have 5 buses. Okay. Just for time pass, question is asking you all that find out the statement, find out the cost. In this case, proportionately for one bus. Can we say for one bus, you will have one cleaner? That's okay. But I don't have to be thinking that. You tell me, in all I have how many buses? 5. And can you say we have only one cleaner, no? So therefore, for every bus, things will be into 1/5. Get me this answer. 840. You all got this correct? I'm just asking. Then you should have got everything correct. Okay. Can you say here it will become 4,200, no? Okay. Then license fees, taxes, etc. This is 860. I guess this can be done directly here, 4,300. Then further, insurance, 1,000 per bus per annum. So 1,000 in this particular case, 1,000 over here. This will become 5,000. Depreciation. This is 1,20,000, no? Yeah. So 1,50,000 less 30,000 divided by 12. $10,000. For 5 buses, it will become 50,000. No, just total it up, please. 18,500. 100. Further, diesel cost. Beta, you have already computed number of kilometers. Number of kilometers in this particular case was 14,400. Divided by diesel in this book costs how much per liter? 2 per liter. Okay, and bus gives an average of how much? 4. So therefore divided by 4 into 2, no? 7,200. For 5 buses, it will become 36,000. 7,200, 36,000. Repairs and maintenance is there with you in the question, 3,500. For 5 buses, it will become 17,500. This is 1 lakh. No, yaar. Into 5, no, you do directly. 28,800 into 1,44,000. Exact, no? Oh, okay. Now see, in part 1, no, what we had to be doing, till now we all have, I think so, finished with that actually. Part A. Prepare a statement of operating. Prepare a statement of, just a sec. Prepare a statement of operating a single bus and a fleet of 5 buses for a year. I guess we all have done that. But see, now listen very carefully. What does part 2 of the question tell you? Work out the average cost per student per month in respect of. See, whenever you are going to be charging to the student, no, I think so that we are going to be charging per month. Okay. Can you say this is a cost of 1 bus for 1 year? Can we say I have to charge this only to my students because the profit margin that I am going to be having on this will be 0. Is that okay? I have to be charging this only. Can we say this entire thing is a cost of 1 bus? This has to be charged to the students who are sitting in that bus, no? And that has to be charged over how many months? 9 months or 12 months? 12 months. Some says no, that in this particular case we will charge our fees for all the 12 months. So therefore we are going to be dividing by 12. Now you all will understand. Somebody might be say, sir, very unfair. Beta, it is not unfair or something. You all will understand. If this fees you all divide by 12, no, then per month fees will be lower, no. If the same figure you would have divided by 9, okay, then can we say then per month fees for those 9 months will become higher, no. So it is not unfair or something, beta. It is just that how you want to be charging. Okay, so please, I am not dividing by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. I am dividing by 12 because this particular cost has to be recovered in 12 installments. Is that understood? Okay, so therefore you all write down divided by number of months in which fees is to be recovered. $2,400. This is cost per bus per month. Now, I am honestly only doing this question for part B of this entire question. Okay, rest I am honestly not interested much. Okay. Sir, what is part B of this particular question? One sec. Can we say this is the cost of 1 bus for 1 month? Can we say this has to be charged to all my students, no, who are sitting in that particular bus? But whenever you are going to be charging now, I have some kind of a discrimination. And what is that discrimination? That is this part. Those students who will be staying up to 4 kilometers, the fees that I want to be charging them will be half as compared to the other students. There is no discrimination based upon whether you are junior or you are senior. Is that understood? There is only discrimination between if you are staying up to 4 kilometers, I charge you half as compared to those people. And that is what those guys are asking in part B. Work out the average cost per student. Average cost means average fees per student per month in respect of students coming from a distance of up to 4 kilometers, students coming from a distance of beyond 4 kilometers. Now, This is where intelligence now comes. Before this, actually, you don't require intelligence. You require intelligence now. I'm giving you in all, you'll have to make some equations or use lot of brains. I am not aware of that. But you will have to be getting this particular answer for me. What I can try to tell you, take this figure as base. Okay. If you're going to be taking this figure also as base is not a problem. But then you take the number of students also as 5 times. Because in 5 buses, number of students will be 5 times better. Okay. Better you take this particular thing as a base. Okay. So the calculations will be quite small also. Okay. I give you all 8 minutes. One thing I'm telling to everybody. The way that you are going to be thinking this will be all wrong. Whatever answer you all will get, remote chance it might be correct, but when I'll ask you how did you get it, whatever method you might have adopted, that coincidentally will give you the correct answer. Okay. So if somebody will be telling me the correct answer, I will ask the next question, how did you do it? Okay, that is going to be my question for sure. Your 8 minutes starts now. Don't answer before 6 minutes for sure. If somebody has got the answer, you all can try to tell me. That's okay. Although I know. So that's what I told you. If you'll answer before 6 minutes, it'll be all wrong only. So it is all wrong only. Think. Somebody has told 800 and 1600. Are there only 2 students? From one you will charge 800, from the other you will charge 1600. Beta, you check that. What you all are saying, how come 9,600 and 12,000 will come as the answer, beta? Total amount to be charged to all the students is 2,400. To all the students. What cartoons you all are? All answers wrong. All answers wrong. Now, once 2 minutes remain, I think somebody might be able to get the correct answer. Are there only 2 people in the bus? Answer will not be 800 and 1600. Are there only 2 people in the bus? What do you all think here? No. Okay, listen. You all will not get the answer. I knew that actually. But now I'll ask one question to you all. How many students are there in one bus? I guess 100 students are there in a bus, not 50. Because there will be 50 seniors. Speak further. 50 juniors. Now try. Still, how you all will get the answer, I know that is going to be wrong only, but still try. Last 2 minutes. Waiting, all ears open. How much? No. No. But how come 830 to 100 will be the answer here? Is that the amount to be charged to per student? You will add up both those numbers, that comes to more than the cost of a bus here. Just a sec. Okay, what was your equation? So you have taken what as x? I did not understand that. What have you taken as x?
I have taken the amount that the student will pay, they will travel 8 kilometers.
Okay, that is x.
Yes.
Okay, so then those guys will be staying half, will be paying x by 2.
Yes.
Okay, and then 50 into x plus 50 into x by 2. Correct, no?
Yes.
That is correct. Listen now. Everybody listen. Cartoons, you should have got this damn answer. Listen to me. Don't write till the time I'll tell you all to write. Cost per bus 2,400. Add profit. This is nil. This is revenue per bus 2,400. This is revenue per bus 2400. So I want this much collection, obviously per month beta. These are all the things for 1 month. Now this has to be collected from every student. Whatever number you want, you take that figure as X. So therefore what I am writing over here, let the number, let the fees, don't write please, per student per month up to 4 kilometers be X, beyond 4 kilometers be 2X. One second. Any doubt till now of defining X and 2X? So those people who stay up to 4 kilometers, I'm going to be charging them X. Those students who stay beyond that, I'm going to be charging them 2X. Please don't write. Please don't write. So juniors are there who travel in this particular bus. Seniors are there who travel in this particular bus. Now capacity problem says is 50. But then I want to be finding out how much is occupancy. So therefore percentage occupancy. Can you say the problem? It is written that bus is fully occupied.
Yes, sir.
So therefore this will give you number of students. Okay. Number of students will be 50 over here and will be 50 over here. Can you say this 50 in this question is divided exactly into two parts? You have up to 4 kilometers. You have beyond 4 kilometers. Can you see up to 4 kilometers are 25, beyond 4 kilometers is 25. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are number of students. Can we say exact bifurcation is over here also, no? Even in this particular thing, it is exactly in that particular manner, no?
Yes, sir.
It is given to you that 50% of the students traveling in each category are of this particular type. Okay. Now, there are 25 students, 25 junior students who stay up to 4 kilometers into fees per student per month. Tell me how much we are charging to these particular people? X. We are charging them how much? 2X. We are charging them X. We are charging them how much? 2X. So therefore this is total fees collection. So total fees collection is going to be 25X. Total fees collection is going to be 50X. Total fees collection is going to be 25X. Total fees collection is going to be 50X. So in all, through all these particular things, we are going to be collecting how much here? 150X. And can we say this is going to be my total collection? And can we say in this particular case, 150X is your total revenue, and your total revenue from each bus should be 2,400. That is your cost, no?
Yes, sir.
Once you all do this particular thing, you work it out. X is equal to 16. 2X is equal to 32. Now, some people might have got this particular answer in some weird way. Okay, that weird way could have been, sir, I have done like this, so I got the same answer. 2,400. I divided in the ratio of 1:2. I got 800 and 1600. Then I divided each of them by 50. Okay, that was luck by chance that you all got the same answer. Okay, it will not be, you all will understand in the next part that you are going to be doing as such. Okay, now I simply try to be doing one thing. My thought process always goes like this only. Whatever I want to find out, I'll take it up as X. I'll try to make the equations. I'll try to come across the answer. That's what we are going to be doing. Okay, you all copy down this please. First black, then red, then blue.
So 16 will be per month, per student.
So that's what you have to work out, no? That is what I have defined X as, no? Let the fees per student per month up to 4 kilometers be X, no? That's what you have to be working out. Copy down this entire thing now, please. Black wala, you all can copy this, please. this bracket, no, you can make like this. The total of all these things is 150x. Everybody done, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen, now see. Well, we'll understand this question was relatively simpler because there was no discrimination based upon juniors or seniors. If you all will think properly, there could have been 4 different rates also that school could have charged. No, they could have done the discrimination based upon the distance and speak further. Juniors and seniors also. Now that thing those guys didn't think. I thought it of long time back and I made part C over here. You're going to be reading part C and you will directly start to do the question from here till end. Okay, directly in fair. Do not try to be thinking much. You read it and start to write down everything from red till here. When you're going to be defining this, no, instead of defining 2 rates, read the question properly. There will be 4 rates. So define them in a proper way and then start off with the proceedings. Okay, it might be a bit complicated because I have made it. Okay, I usually make best of the questions that could be there in the market. Okay, so part C, please read, finish it off in fair. No doing the things in rough. Directly get the answer. Once you get the final answer, then you all tell me. Have you all finished it? You all are doing in fair, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Black part was same only. That is why I told you all not to be doing it. But the other part you got to be still doing it. And you'll have to get 4 answers. One sec. You defined x 4 times, no? It'll be x, 1.5x, 3x and 4.5x. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. X will be 11.43 beta. Has everybody finished? Because I'm only trying to do time pass.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a sec. I'll finish it off first. Those people who haven't got will be able to get it from there. Capacity over here is 60% occupied and it is 20% vacant, means 80% occupied. So therefore 30 juniors, 40 seniors, and up to 4 kilometers, 40% of the juniors stay up to 4 kilometers. So 40%, but it is 12. So therefore this will become 18. And over there 70% of the seniors stay beyond 4 kilometers. 70% means 28. Here it will be 12. We charge x, we charge 3x, we charge 1.5x, we charge 4.5x. This is 12x plus 54x plus 18x, 28, 4.5, 126x. Total comes to how much, beta? 210. So x will be 11.43. Please find out the other versions of x also. 3x, 1.5x, and this is 4.5x. $17.14. Done, beta? So listen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is a school and not a state transport bus. In such cases, fees is fixed for students on a monthly basis. As charges are based on cost, it means no profit is to be charged. ICA solves such questions in a very stupid way. We solve it by taking X, whatever you want to find out as a final answer, take that as X. So just bear in mind these particular things as such. Okay, so this is altogether done.